Today's my 24th birthday. As I blew out my candles, I wished for a boyfriend. Amazon Prime just delivered him. Today is my 24th birthday, and for some reason, I can't quite wrap my head around it. Some of you who are older than me are probably looking at your screens and smirking at my young adult angst, or my almost 25, which is halfway to 30 crisis. But I really don't know how to feel. On one hand, I've never felt so youthful. So full of life. So full of endless opportunities. But on the other hand, I feel like I've missed the boat. When my alarm clock screamed at me at exactly 6:30 a.m., I angrily smacked it and then turned to look at the empty side of my bed. My arm jutted out, fingertips running over the cool fabric of a spot I thought would be filled by now. My friends are all married, and despite being happy for them, I couldn't help but think about how the only thing I slept next to last night was the sock I've been looking for since last week. I yanked it free from the tangled covers and tossed it onto my nightstand, but I didn't make any motion to wrench myself out of bed just yet. Instead, I found my eyes roaming back over to that empty spot next to me, the pillows still perfectly upright. They made me sick. I snatched them up and threw them across my room. I think it's safe to say that my first day being a 24-year-old had already elicited a medley of feelings. When my phone dinged, I turned around and grabbed it, my eyes nearly rolling all the way into the back of my head when I realized who it was. My ex. Hey, thinking about you today. Happy birthday. I miss you. I bet you do. I wanted to type back, but I refrained. Instead, I deleted his message and finally decided to block his number. It has been 3 months since the breakup, and I'm totally over it now. I've deleted all of our pictures and burned the painting he had made of us for Valentine's Day. It didn't make me feel any better, but I couldn't stand to look at it any longer. Ding. As I peered down at my phone again, I swiped up and smiled this time. Heather. Happy birthday, gorgeous. You got any plans tonight? No, but I think I'm gonna do a rain check on whatever you've got up your sleeve. She instantly responded, my smile widening. She was insufferable. Come on, it's your birthday. You got a secret coffee date or something instead? I laughed and quickly typed back. I wish. So, I was thinking we could celebrate your birthday tonight with tacos and margs? Our usual spot? Amelia and Jolie will be there too. I mulled the thought over in my head for a second before I decided. I rain checked on the last invite too, but in all honesty, I just haven't felt like myself lately. Depression was a heck of a mood killer these past few weeks, and it was really starting to take a toll on my social life. Maybe I just needed to get out. Sure, that sounds great. Hey, I really appreciate you for not giving up on me and dragging me out of my slumps. You're a gem. Heather's only response back was a few white hearts, and then something that really piqued my attention. Look at these cool birthday candles I bought off of Etsy. I know how you like creepy/weird things, so I figured you would get a kick out of them. I'll put them on your birthday cake tonight, and who knows, maybe they'll work. As my fingers zoomed in on the picture, I studied it with mild amusement. It was a small wooden box with the words, "Wishing Candles" printed across the front of it in thick, black ink. The edges of the box were slightly worn and splintered, but nestled inside were 12 black candles. Just below the wording on the front was something written a little smaller in red. I zoomed in as close as I could, my eyes straining to read the lettering. Good for one wish. Caution, do not tell anyone what you wished for. All wishes are between the wisher and the wisher only. Should you break this rule, the wish will go sour. I giggled and typed back. This looks like some silly little gimmick, but it's cute. Thank you. On the drive to work that morning, I flipped through multiple radio stations until I came to a stop at a red light. I huffed and finally decided on switching it off. Nothing good was on the radio this morning, and the last thing I wanted to listen to was another commercial about Fantasy's lingerie. As my eyes wandered over to the time, it glared back at me disapprovingly. 7:50 a.m. I cursed under my breath for staying in bed those extra 5 minutes, and leaned back in my seat, throwing the sun visor down so I wasn't blinded by the early morning sun. As I waited for the light to change, my eyes wandered over to the gym across the street. A man and a woman were walking out. I watched as she giggled, her perfectly blonde ponytail bouncing to and fro as she playfully punched the man on the shoulder. He looked like a giant compared to her, his tank top straining across the expanse of his chest, and his biceps big enough that a blind person could see them from a mile away. His hair was shortly cropped and his teeth screamed Hollywood white. I rolled my eyes when he snatched her up and threw her over his shoulder, slapping the girl on her extremely well-toned butt. It took all I've got not to roll down my window and scream at them to get a room, jealousy creeping up on me again. Instead, I was met with a honk. The light was greener than I've ever seen it, and I'd been gawking at this perfectly happy couple like a bitter divorcee. I ran a hand over my face and blew out a breath as I pressed down on the accelerator. The man behind me yelled a slur of obscenities and flipped me off as his souped-up, hillbilly monster truck maneuvered around me and zoomed off. There was a decal on the back of his truck in big, red, block lettering, "Big Nasty." He's definitely compensating for something, I muttered under my breath. When I finally arrived at work, the rest of my day didn't go much better. I was drowning in reports, none of my pens worked, and the coworker who bothers me from time to time decided that today was the day to come tell me about his newest, most stupid, completely idiotic realization. Hannah, you've got to hear this one. I promise you, it's well worth your time. He bounced on the balls of his feet, way too chipper for my brain to comprehend at that moment. I'm sure it is. I mumbled, sarcasm oozing from my voice as I tried to look anywhere but directly at him. What was that? He asked, completely oblivious. Oh, nothing. I smiled and waved him on, telling him to continue. So, do you know that crickets are? As Damien droned on about crickets, I couldn't help but think about his poor wife. How many random facts did she listen to in a day? But then it hit me. Even Damien was married. Somewhere out there was a woman who loved Damien and his stupid fun facts. Even he had someone to sleep next to at night. And when they laid in bed and he told her a fun fact about milkshakes, or antique cars, or crickets, she probably melted in his hands like putty and begged for Hannah? Oh, yes. Sorry, I got lost in thought there for a second. My hand came up to scratch the back of my neck awkwardly. What were you saying? I was just saying that it's 5 o'clock. You should probably be getting out of here and celebrating your birthday or something, right? My eyes flew to the little clock ticking away on my desk. Had he really been talking to me for a whole 20 minutes? Right. Yes. I exclaimed, quickly gathering my belongings and nearly twisting my ankle in the process, the tip of my red heel accidentally getting wedged beneath my swivel chair. When I finally made it to the restaurant, hurriedly zipping to the back corner booth that we usually sit at, I was swarmed with a cacophony of happy birthday Hannahs and lots of excited hugs. The night started off with multiple baskets of chips and endless bowls of salsa and queso. Amelia settled on a non-alcoholic strawberry daiquiri while Jolie, Heather and I enjoyed a margarita. Once the tacos came out, we started to talk about our jobs and our weekend plans. And then the topic I'd been dreading all night. So Amelia started with a grin, golden strands of hair nearly toppling into her tacos as she excitedly leaned forward. How's your love life lately? Have you been seeing anyone? My smile instantly dimmed, but I swallowed back my disappointment. Not recently. I gave a guy my number the other day and... Did he call? Jolie blurted out, her eyes lighting up as she quirked a freckled brow. All three girls were now sitting on the edge of their seats. His girlfriend did. All three of them gasped. No. No way. I got 2 phone calls that I didn't answer because I was busy. But then I noticed that he left me a text about wanting me to give him a call when I had the time. When I called back though, he didn't answer and it went to voicemail. Heather smirked, already knowing how this was going to end. Her voicemail, right? Yeah, she must have found the number and decided to call it, but I had no idea he even had a girlfriend. I shrugged and picked at my last taco. Amelia's lips tugged up into a sympathetic smile before she said, "Don't you wish it was possible to just order the perfect boyfriend? Have him shipped straight to your door like Amazon Prime?" Ironically, Amelia's husband was the perfect example of a man who looked like he was shipped straight to her door, but regardless, I knew her comment came from a good place, so I appreciated the sentiment. Jolie, on the other hand, simply rolled her eyes and slumped back in her seat. Unlike Heather and Amelia, she was single too, so she knew exactly what I was dealing with. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my boyfriend boxes have all been shipped by freaking FedEx, she scoffed and then continued. They're always dented, damaged, and useless by the time I open them up. A round of laughter burst out before